Welcome. We're on part 23 of this Sunless playthrough. Let's dive in where we see where we're at. I think last time we made some good notes. Like at the end of my last video, I made a plan of hitting all the towns where we have objectives or stories to progress. So this is our plan here. Gatorsmorn, Rack, Iron Republic, Uttershroom. We'll go to all these guys basically in sequence. So Gatorsmorn first, basically. I filled up our cargo hold after the video ended. We're at 80 out of 80. We could probably sell this last Shintalag. I don't think we need the Shintalag and the live specimen. I do want to try to fill this mirror catch box. We can either fill it in Acefall or we'll fill it in Acefall after we go to Empire Hands. It gives a wound. We can cure the wound in Anth. So we'll head back to Anth before we leave. Get our wound cured after we get a wound in Acefall. We got this new engine, not this one, the one we have equipped. I'm bringing honey to the Uttershroom to pick up some Blemmingans. I'll hold on to one Shintalag. Let's try this new engine to see how it feels. Oh yeah, that is noticeably slower, I'd say. Actually, yeah, that's like, well, we'll go to Gatorsmorn with it, I guess, but yeah, this is definitely noticeably slower. Let's look at the fuel. So now it's only going down 2 per tick, or 2 to 3 per tick. Before it was going down quite a bit more. I just wanted to compare how it felt with this other engine. What I should do sometime is like I should like start a clock and like just like do a little stopwatch and just like go between London and like I don't know Gatorsmorn or something, and see how much fuel it takes me to get with this engine versus the other engine. But I wasn't paying attention when I started, so I won't do it on this run. I'm just curious to know like the ratios of engine power versus speed. Like obviously you go faster with more engine power, but you burn more fuel. But like at the end of the day, you basically end up paying more supplies if you go slower. So it's probably worse overall, I would guess, to have a slower engine. Maybe the fuel is like slightly better, but you come out behind in the terror and the hunger, so it ends up being a net negative, I'm gonna guess. I don't know if anyone out there has done the math on this game as far as like the optimal engine setup. Alright, here's the Tomb Colonists. We're doing the tomb tour. We can send the crew out to watch them. We have pretty good hearts. They'll only drink too much red ruin and cut up someone important. Then you'll get cut up in turn, and before you know it, you'll be picking up bits out of their Z. Wide eyes. Captain, your Zailor implores you, don't send me out with them again. They're like sharks in fancy dress. Big Ransom cheated him at cards, and the little one tried to put him in the oven. Made him eat his cards. With pepper. Yes, I counted them all back. Now I'm going to go lie down. The tomb tour continues to Khan's glory. Oops. Khan's glory. Oh, we have 2 things to do in Khan's glory. That'll be fine. Actually, should we go there earlier now? Because I want to make sure we finish the tomb tour. Maybe we'll change our. Maybe we'll go the opposite. Wow, we need to get the hydrogen. We don't need to get that. Oh, we had a shady sword arm. Taking up space in our hold. Nice. I'm gonna get rid of her. Trade a drowning pearl for 2 solace fruits. Well, that's definitely worth it. We have like way more drowning pearls than we can ever do anything with. 17 drowning pearls. The downside is drowning pearls don't take up hold space. They're in the cargo. They're in the curiosity section, whereas solace fruit, I believe. Oh no, solace fruit are also in the curiosity section. Okay, those don't take up space either. Sounds good to me. Just taking a quick note here. Look through the sections. Don't see anything. We're gonna try to get another box. So do I want to go to Khan's glory right away? Let's see. Last time we did the tomb tour, I think I'm gonna stick with my original plan. It's not like that important to advance the tomb tour. Oh, I wanted to switch my engine. Put the other engine back on. And then, should we leave the fuel efficiency officer in? Or the engine power? Let's leave the fuel efficiency officer in. We'll do a compromise. We'll do more engine power on the engine. Yeah, we're so much faster. Even if it's less efficient, it's just The game's more fun when you go faster. Alright, we're going to Rack. We're going to Rosegate. Well, we're not necessarily need Rosegate. We're going to Iron Republic to get the hydrogen supply for... I'm also still trying to figure out if we can get... There's a ship we can fight. Oh, I also said we should be going underwater more often. Try to find... Like, last time we found a curious... captivating treasure underwater. It's like, oh my god, captivating treasure. Those are... really good items because you can pass it on to your next character for money. Or they can sell... The next character can sell them for money. 2 fields, 1 supply, and another firkin of honey. Alright, let's go ahead and go underwater here. Make our way down to Rack. I don't think there's anything at the Salt Lions. There's no reason for us to stop there. We hauled all the Sphinx Stone from Salt Lions back to London, and then we had a story that progressed from there. We went to the Grand Geode and helped the Dawn Machine faction a little bit by giving them the last load of Sphinx Stone. Recurring nightmares. A vast eye, you cannot avoid its gaze. You begin to suffer nightmares. I was trying to figure out if we had any restless nights last time, but I couldn't find it in our tracker. That probably means we don't have any. Maybe next time we're back in London, we better get some more restful nights. But we can't do that at the moment because we are not in London. We always see these 2 ships here. We always see this wreck ship and this putter pony. For whatever reason, they always spawn right next to each other. Putter pony is the Khanate submarine. Again, we're not trying to fight Khanate ships because it raises our suspicion with the Khanate. Not that we really need to get access to the Nephrite quarter anymore. We bought the romantic literature that we needed to do the various missions throughout the game that involve romantic literature. 4 damage, come on. We always do the send a boardie party. I don't think destroying them utterly makes more sense. Got a revelatory chart, we can't use those anymore because we've rose the anarchists to prominence. Is this guy gonna fight me? Like I said, I don't want to fight the Khanate ships just because I don't want to have to raise I don't want to have to lower our suspicion with the Khanate again at any point. We do a bunch of drowning pearls, so it probably wouldn't even be that hard to do if we had to, but we do have to watch our O2 a little bit when we're spending large amounts of time underwater. But it's relatively straightforward just to surface whenever you need to. Okay, we're here at Rack to drop off our information about the fact that we went wrecking. We also want to grab the port reports. Tell him that we sent some ships to him. So what are we up to on this Rack quality here? Is there a tracker that tells how much we've done here? Okay, which of these haven't we done yet? I think we've done all of them once. Looks like we've done Dawn the Bone the least. We could do Dawn the Bone again. We'll do the White Walls option, see what that leads us to. They're almost glowing in the light. Tether melts in your mouth. There's the vibrant lady of the house. Her red hair stands out prettily against the white walls. Her face freckled like the night sky. Her cheeks flush as you carry the pails of milk into the kitchen. She coughs 2 times as you pass. She'll sneak out at the second bell tonight. She bites her lip. That bite, do you recognize it? It's familiar somehow. Have you seen something of the vibrant lady in the Fair King? We're up to 7 Rack tether tastings. That's what I was trying to see if there's a tracker for any of this stuff. Does this city ever get better? Recall a vision of bone. The vibrant lady bit her lip, just as the king does. Didn't she? Didn't he? The Fair King slowly bites his lip. Like that, he wheels closer to you and touches your wrist. He smiles enigmatically. Here we are again. The king kisses your hand and squeezes it gently. You have shared a vision of romance with the Fair King. What are you two to be? Oh, we got a heart. Nice. Nice. We're trying to raise our hearts. The Fair King's question. He looks at you, searchingly. You found me, haven't you? In many times and places, but today, what are we? I know you've seen us. We always find each other, and here we are again. So what are we now? Are we lovers? Are we friends? Are we colleagues? We could shrug. We could be many things. We could snort. You are nothing. Tether is a hallucinogenic. There's no truth in the visions. What would our character choose? I don't know that we're friends with him. I would say colleagues, if anything. We've been working with him to send captains here to get them wrecked and expand the tether. Or I guess it's the influence of the tether. Yeah, I think I would call us colleagues. Let's see what this does. Shake his hand. You are colleagues. The fair king has a fine grip and beams up at you. He laughs just as you heard him laugh at the station when you first met. He wheels his throne to a wall of charts. You stand at his side. He looks up at you. Were his eyes always so blue? You look out at the kaleidoscopic reaches of the far wilderness, of the high wilderness. You will do good work together. You adjust a gauge, flick a knob. His hands move across his own panel. The old winds cannot stop you. You shall be co-conquerors of the world. Okay. The fair king's request. There's a small wooden box in his lap. He hands you the box. You flick open the latches. Nestled within the velvet lining is a piece of shintalak you gave him long ago. I would like you to bury this in Dahoot. There is a right we have in Rak. If you find one you're tethered to, and they give you such a gift, it must be buried in Dahoot so it may grow. Will you do this for me? Sure. We will do that for you. And we will make a note. We don't have the updated notes on where we're going next here, but we'll do go to Dahoot for Fair King's request. Okay, where is our next? Discuss business. Work together, and the Z will be yours. Okay, there's some new options here. We should make a note of what these are. Rack. I was just looking at rack. So we chose to like friendship option or like relationship option, whatever the name of it was. It was like be a colleague, give us +1 iron. There's probably other options. We'll have to like other options. If we ever play again, we'll try a different one maybe. I like that it gave us iron. Again, it kind of indicates that it was more in line with what our character's background is. Alright, we have this discuss business option now. Discuss business after a relationship. Let's see what this does. Work together and the Z will be yours. Unlocked when you have 300 and no more than 303. We have 300. I gotta search the information. Together you and the king study the maps on his wall. His records have heard interesting reports out of Mutton Island. It's being closely eyed by several of the Nice powers. Murgatroyd may be expanding his reach into the Khanate too, if he can. But of course he will. He's in the hinterlands. The fair king flashes you a look. You're always caught off guard by that blueness. Is it telling me that there's something to do? There's something awaits option. Gave 1x strategic information and -5 terror. Is this telling me I'm supposed to go to Gator's Moor or Mutton Island? I haven't been there. I haven't been back there in a while just because there's something to do there. But maybe I'll try going there once. Go to Mutton Island? Question mark? You've heard interesting reports out of Mutton Island. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually like a mission. It's just like that. It's explaining how you got the strategic information. We don't have any more tether, right? Has the state of the city changed at all? No, it still says supplies are running low and all the other stuff. It always says. This is a good place to buy honey. I think it's cheaper than in London. I mean, one supply. Well, I mean, not here. Supplies are 40, but I mean, in a lot of places, supplies are less than Here's all this stuff. We're not gonna sell our hymns though. Okay. Well, we are doing something for the king. Something that involves us going to Dahoot, which is already in our list of places to go, so we don't need to update our notes as far as that goes. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll pop in at Visage real fast just to get like 100 fragments or minus 10 terror. Probably the fragments. We need more secrets. We spent a few secrets in London doing the Magician's mission, I believe it was. So we need to get back up to 40 in order to write our Zong of the Z. Could pop in Rosegate. I don't think there's anything there. I guess just for the sake of completeness, just one time I'll pop in here and then I'll know in the future we don't ever have to go back here again. I guess we get the port report if nothing else. We still can use these port reports in Low Barnet. But other than the port report, I'm not aware of anything else in here. We finished the story of the tobacconist whose life goal was to create an underwater cigar, and we helped him achieve that goal. So he left. Done. So we take the pamphlet, which is the port report, and yeah, there's just the powdered custodian, which I think did nothing. I hope I made a note of this. Just more lore, yeah. Nothing happens there. Okay. We can actually get these hunter eyes in... It costs fragments, I think. Not sure if it's worth 100 or not. We don't necessarily have to go into Visage or Isle of Cats. I don't think there's anything... We could buy more red honey at the Isle of Cats. Our plan is to go to Dahoot next, or either Dahoot or Uttershoom after we come out of Iron Republic. Don't plan on going to Port Cornelian for any reason. Maybe I'll go to Isle of Cats now. I still have something awaits. And then... Actually, we could buy the red honey and sell it back in London again. It's like a 300 or 400 echo profit. We can actually do that to make money, just go back and forth here, but it's kind of boring. What do the red things do? Nothing. Okay. I suppose we'll buy the red honey. If nothing else, we need money to buy secrets at the end of the game. Yeah, I think we'll just we did the walk in the Rose Garden option. Well, just search for cats. Walk in the garden. Plus 10 Tales of Terror. We do need Tales of Terror, actually. Yeah, maybe we'll just do it. A sip of red honey. Oh, this time we got 10 Memories of Distant Shores. Okay, well. Pretty good event, all things considered. All we had to do was use our something awaits. We got 10 stories, although in that case it was Memories of Distant Shore, but could also have gotten Tales of Terror, it sounds like. Some, looks like the spines that are in Igel up there. I don't know if there's anything, it's not glowing, I don't know if there's anything actually in those spines of Igel. Not sure. We will need some more fuel, we can buy fuel in the Iron Republic. Stock up for a bit. Oh, the campaigner. Did we get the... We still need the Judgment's Egg to progress her story. Her health is failing. She developed a rattle in her lungs. Each time she coughs, the skin of her throat lights with the emberish glow. This latest coughing fit brings her to her knees. We have this treatment from Adam's Way. The instructions are bizarre, but you follow them exactly. Remedy or placebo? Her breathing eases and she waves you away. Rising, she forces a severe smile, nods, and lurches to her cabin. Her breath smelled like a skillet after bacon. Yeah, we're still. Are we on like a timed event? Like we can't. We have to get her judgment egg before she dies or something. Don't know. I mean, I've been trying to get her a judgment egg. It's not easy. I was hoping we could trade a flute core in Iron Republic, but yeah, I shouldn't have sold that last flute core that I had in London. I just wanted to see what it did because it wasn't in my notes, you know. But now, if I do ever get the option here, that I could get a judgment egg. It's a shop. It's a particular shop, right? Like, there's different shops here, and one of them you can buy a judgment egg for a Lorne fluke. But I couldn't find the option. Like, I keep getting this Calvary doctrine. I never saw an option to... I tried this and nothing good happened. This is just a weapon. This is for selling your Memento Mori, but I still don't want to do. Although it says it gives you 7 secrets. Yeah, so we keep getting the same shop over and over and over again. This is pretty much the cheapest place in the game to buy fuel. I'll just buy a bunch and then we'll free up hold space naturally as we go from burning the fuel. Okay, well. Yeah, again, I don't know how to get to that other shop again. I think you have to get the port report or something, but I can't get the port report because I can't turn in to the fellow. The Admiral is no longer in London, so I can't turn in my port reports to him, so I can't get a new report report. I don't know. Unfortunate. Yeah, really, I would not recommend doing the Book of Sharps early in a playthrough that you plan on staying around in, because losing access to the Admiral makes some things a lot harder, like getting strategic information, turning in your port reports so you can get things like that story progressed. I don't know if getting another port report would progress or would give us the option to use that shop again, but I don't have any other theories on what it might do it, so that's my best guess. We're gonna get terror. Do we want the minus terror or do we want the fragments? We probably want the fragments. We'll just play the bat roll again. Real fast while we're here. We'll do the bat. Was it the bat or was it the locust? I think it was the bat, right? Nothing we do as the bat ever works, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, I should. Okay, well, I guess it does matter if you choose one that only gives you 10 fragments. There's no real reason to go there. We're basically just going to Dahoot at this point. We can go underwater though. Where are we going to buy supplies at? Dahoot? Was that our plan to go to Dahoot right away? We were planning to go to the Utter's room first. Well, we do need supplies. Maybe we'll revise our plan slightly if we can buy supplies in Dahoot. We can, yeah. Maybe we'll just go straight to Dahoot first. Because I don't think you can buy supplies in Utter's room. Going back into Rosegate or Rack. Did I update the notes on where we're going wrecking next? I don't know that I did. Maybe it's in my journal here. Rack. Gator's Morn. Where did I have the notes on sending ships to Rack? Well, I have this one. It's kind of redundant to have it in both places, but 2 different strategies for keeping notes. One was more like when there was a million options in the game, just sort of keeping track of things at different ports as you go through. But now the options in the game have narrowed down to a smaller subset. I've been keeping a more succinct list of the specific things that I think I can do at the top there. Because there is, in general, less things to do now that we've done so many of the stories throughout the world, throughout the Unterzee. Well, like one of the things we can do is find things underwater. That's what we're looking for right now. We gotta at least be aware of our oxygen, although I don't think it's a super dangerous thing because you can always just go up whenever you need to. But yeah, our hearts is going up pretty good. I mean, we got a bunch of items and a couple story events that give us some hearts. I say a bunch of items. We got the engine that we can use to raise our hearts. What if that qualifies as a bunch? See, this is Dahoot. Yeah, this is where we're going. Where's the port in Dahoot? It's on the other side, I think, on the right side. Gotta go around it. Oxygen's fine for now. And there's the entrance. We have a recent news, which we are trying to do for the Drowny Song story that's in Dahoot. We're trying to get all 3 of the Drowny songs. We had 2 of them, but we used one of them for something. And now we're down to only 1, I think. Or maybe we have 2 again. I can't remember. Here's the Fair King's request. He asks you to bury your gift of Shintalak to fulfill a right they hold in Rack. So we can find a patch in which to bury it. Who knows what it'll grow into. We could bury it or keep it. Yeah, we don't need to keep it. We'll just bury it. He's made a request of you and you will honor it. Here, where the colorful petals are scattered so nicely over the green grass, you dig a small hole and plant the Shintalak. Who knows what it could grow into? A gemmed flower? A tree with coral branches? A bird might hatch and sing a crystal crisp song. Time will tell. You buried the Shintalak in Dahoot. Who knows what may grow out of it? When 2 who are tethered first exchange a gift, the custom is to bury it in Dahoot. There will be something beautiful. Okay. Do we want to leave and come back? No, we'll stay a while. Does that new option show up in here right away for the thing? No, it does not. Okay, so in this case we need to get... Do we still have a white mollyphage that cast it? Yeah, we still have 1. Okay, so we don't want to sing the Drowning Hymn. That gets rid of it. We saw that last time. We actually want to gain more of those. So we're going to do the options in sequence. No more than 4. No more than 4. No more than 4. Wasn't there one that was like no more than 3? I don't know. Anyways, we'll do the look for other visitors option. Could raise our mirrors. We can at least put our this thing in. Raise our mirrors a bit. I mean, we have other officers that could raise mirrors a bit, but I don't want to like micromanage this too much. Okay, 95% chance. We go ahead and get 1 Dahoot clarity and 1 enthrallment. Search the secret places. No more than 6. No more than 11. No more than 3. Gain 5 more clarity. We don't want to sing the hymn. Investigate the cathedral. Failed. Try again. Investigate the cathedral again. Succeeded. 11, 16. We have a lot of enthrallment. We can consider attending the festival. We can linger. Might grant grant you the reward. Does this one, which one did we do last time? I can't remember. Which one gave it, so, okay, which option do we have currently? We currently have, we have the Droney hymn. We don't have the song and counterpoint or the love song. Okay. So into Hoot. We want to get the love song and the drowning song and counterpoint. Okay, so linger, that was one of the options we had. Linger at the festival. Yeah, let's do this. Because that'll give us the song and counterpoint. We failed. We lost our enthrallment and our clarity, but we gained 100 fragments. Okay, well, can't say I didn't try. Okay, I mean, it was like 76% chance and it failed, so that is what it is. Let's try again. Next time we have recent news. I don't know if there's any reason to pop into polyethylene. I don't think that there is, but we could, I suppose. Have we been back here since we freed the pirate poet? I think we did. I guess that's the one downside of sailing underwater. And you know what? It's so close to being something anyways. Anyway, we'll just do it here while we're here. As I say, the one downside of being underwater is we wouldn't see the pirate poet if we sailed past them. Not that it's like an amazing event to engage with the pirate boat, but you do get a decent amount of ransom for beating her. Plus, it's just kind of an interesting little story to progress. I don't know if there's anything more to do with it, but okay, yeah, there's absolutely nothing to do. I don't want to do any of these. I don't want to carry 6 clay men with me. I don't have the hold space at the moment. Like, I literally don't have the hold space. Like, I have 3 hold spots. Okay, let's go to the outer shroom. Let's pick up some Blemmingans. Trade in our honey. And we'll continue to try to remember where we've propagated them. It's the wreck of the Miko again. Sailed past that a number of times. Is that a Khanate ship? I think that's a Khanate ship. We're not going to fight the Khanate ships. Is there anything underwater at the wreck of the Miko? I just want to see for curiosity's sake if there's anything underwater here. You could theorize it would make sense that there would be like some loot on the ground. But no, I don't see anything. There's a pillar there for some reason. I guess that's what the Miko wrecked itself on, hitting that pillar. We got a nice little current that's taking us towards the outer stream at least. Although it overshot us just a little bit. Alright, let's get some more Blemmingen. So we got one Rage-Wrench Cinder at one point from doing Blemmingen population. I was hoping we could get another one because there's somewhere we could trade the Rage-Wrench Cinder for a Judgment's Egg, but I haven't seen that option. It may not be. Oh, here we go. We got a gift and another gift. Which one should we click on? Fell long ago. This could be the Rage-Wrench Cinder. Oh, we got it. Nice. Okay, so when you have 7 propagation status, you get a reward. Okay, so we should get at least 7 of these guys. I don't know if there's even 7 places left in the game that we can propagate to, but we still have 1 more honey. Do we want to get 1 more shroom? Yeah, there's a chance that 1 will die on us. Oh, Christ, I shouldn't have done that. Let's throw away one of these things. I don't know what these are for, and I mean, I know what they're for, I've just never used them. Blemmingans! Okay, well. We could trade a strange catch for a live specimen. I mean, that's still a good deal. Every time we do this, it's like, that's still a good deal. Okay. Empire of Hands is next. Okay, so where do we use that rage rent cinder? Let's look at the notes real fast. Cinder. What does it have highlighted? Oh, you do it in Sovereign Island. Oh, in the Empire of Hands. Okay, wait, okay, well, hopefully we can do this. Hopefully it wasn't like a one-time option and we already did it. Because we are on our way over to the Empire of Hands right now. Then we can talk to our officer who's dying on us. Hopefully we can complete her mission before she died. I didn't realize she was like, it was a timed thing. But we just got that pop-up like a minute or two ago about her being sick. We used that, whatever that item was that we had in our hold that helped heal her, but it was just like a temporary thing. It didn't actually like heal her, I don't think. If we do heal her, I have in my notes that we should take her to Abyss Meat. There's something for her to do when she's fully healed there. So we'll have to try that out if we ever get to that point. Okay, here we are doing the supplies for the Zeppelin. Only one more of that. And then we're also going to the Wild Wheel Court, trading our Ray-Drenched Cinder for Judgment's Egg. Nice, okay, so it is repeatable. Let me... don't think there's anything else we want to do here. Let's go ahead and talk to our officer. I have one more idea. I am uncomfortable with this matter of Z-Gods, but I cannot afford discomfort. Can you help me find this last thing? It is rare, I know. Ugh, lost 3 secrets. We keep losing secrets. I'm trying to get to 40. A kind of desperate delight. Days pass, false stars fade. The Z is silent. At last you find her, calm and grave, standing at the bow. She turns. I can report success. I can. But I'm uncertain now of the I. Who am I? My old soul is gone forever. I have another, one less combustible. No, there is little more I can say. I promised you I would keep no more of my own secrets. But I am another now. No, this is not some narrow slight. This is a holy mystery I would not curse you with. But you have my thanks always and forever. There's a slight fissure in her reserve. She has recovered. We can celebrate with her. Oh, we need this wine though. Okay, let's keep this option on the back burner. If we don't end up using the wine in the Fathom King's Hold, I think we need it in Fathom King's Hold, but I'm just gonna... we don't need supplies. We do still have something away, so we can do some shore leave, I guess. Sorry, we got 20 fragments. Okay, let's go to Acefall, get our mirror, let's fill up our mirror catch box. She's recovered now, so we could take her to Abyss Meat, but we already have a plan for this voyage, so let's finish our current. Let's make a note. Well, first let's update our notes. We need to bring her wine now. This is the campaigner. Talk to her with 1x wine. Sure, a lot of these gleaming ships up here. Do we get fragments for sighting them? No. Sometimes you get fragments just for looking at certain monsters, but just give him a love tap there on the way out. It's not really. We've killed that guy a number of times, and it's never been worth it. I just realized we have some different officers equipped than we normally do. We'll change our officers up here. We'll get the fuel efficiency officer back in. Alright, we want to get a sunlight filled mirror catch box. I want to have it in my inventory when we go to Frostbound. I'm not sure if we'll end up using it or not. If we don't, we can sell it in the Isle of Cats, I believe. We also got some more menaces. Yeah, so we got a wound. We'll have to try to heal that in Anth. We've been doing this beachcombing option. We've been doing driftwood every time. I'll keep doing it. Mainly I just want these artifacts. Just pass on to my scion. Nothing to do in Hideaway, so our notes said to go from Acefall to Fathom King's Hole. Okay, so we're going over here. We're not going to Igel for any reason? Not on my notes. Let's see. Yeah, we already did, that's right, we finished the story in Igel. All that's left is this honeymoon atmosphere, minus 10 terror. I mean, minus 10 terror is not nothing. We could pop in there, I suppose. Do need more fuel eventually. We can get fuel in Igel, I think. Most of the underwater places let you buy fuel, yeah. Alright, maybe we'll pop into Igel just to get some fuel. We'll go underwater then, since Igel's underwater anyway. It wasn't on my list of things to do, but the list isn't meant to be like the comprehensive point-by-point plan of everything I'm going to do in a voyage. It's like the major highlights, and then I'll kind of fill in the details along the way as I go. And in this case I need a little bit more fuel just to be safe. So that plus the option to reduce terror is definitely worth the little side trip here over to Igel. Even though, like I said, I don't think there's any stories left to do here. We finished the story with the captain and the first mate. Something pinged on the radar, or sorry, I say radar, but it's actually sonar, of course, because we're in a submarine. That's what this is. Looks like it's just okay, it's just like a landmine or a water sea mine of some sort. We're not going to try to go explore that. I don't think there's any reason. We haven't on this playthrough. I haven't actually gone to any of those. I actually don't remember. We tried the plumbing in here, didn't work. Basically, just came here for fuel. Sell our Solace fruit here for 4 Memories Distant Shores. We don't really need more Memories Distant Shores though. I want more fuel. Alright, we're going to Fathom King's Hold. I mean, I have in my notes that we're supposed to bring 5 wine for our poisoner. I forgot to change my officers again. I should do that first. As soon as I dock, I need to change my officers. Okay, apparently can't go into this. Gotta raise up first. Wasn't sure, but can't go through. All right, change officers. Change officers. Need to remember that. Change officers. We want the fuel efficiency. Well, it's okay. Let's do the story first. I wouldn't mind getting another white mall flag, but where is the thing for the? Maybe it's down here. Did we finish this and I didn't update my notes? Let's look at my journal. He's ready to prepare a feast at Fathom King's Hold. Okay, so I guess we have to go into the audience, I guess. Speak to the porter. Ah, here we are. Okay. Attend the poisoner's feast. Oh, I'm going to read this in a second. I'm just going to grab one drink of water before I do that, 'cause there's a bit of text to read here. Bit of text to read. Okay, got some water here. We're to attend the poisoner's feast. The drowny court, soggy, chattering, hungry, populate a table of carved coral. The poisoner claps his hands. Your crew scurry in with steaming plates. The seventh miracle. There are 7 courses, each named. It begins with the first touch of the skin, a plate of silky white flesh submerged in yellow sauce, fresh, sharp, shocking. Next comes struggling against the current, a fierce terrine of coursing flavors. It leaves the diners watery-eyed and reaching for their wine. Before they recover, bowls of Pellegrin soup are set before them. Swallowed, the poisoner intones. The taste is deep and rich and heavy, lining the stomach. Several drownies lift the bowls to their lips to catch the last drops. A merciful interlude follows. The surface, high above, is a mild, palate-cleansing mousse. Afterwards comes lost breath, a roulade of still wriggling tentacles, bitter on the tongue's tip, but departing with a long, mellow aftertaste as it slides down the throat. The penultimate course, the abandonment of self, is spun with sugar and crunchy with salt, spherical cages of solidified syrup containing fiery sweetmeats. The filigree cracks between drowning teeth. The sweetmeats vanish down damp gullets. Last of all, the promise of what is to follow, a bruleed creme of inexplicable pungency, indescribably Moorish. The diners lean back, bloated. When their senses return, they call for the poisoner and congratulate him upon impeccably reproducing the sensation of drowning in culinary form. It was not drowning, the Fathom King says, his baritone rolling over the babble. It was love. He raises his glass to the poisoner. You no longer have the bandaged poisoner. You have the bandaged chef paramount. His mastery of fish flesh would make an emperor weep. He has created the feast for the Fathom King. His mastery of fish flesh would make an emperor weep. Okay. Well, there's no new story options for him, but he has higher stats now, I think. Yeah, he has 14 total stats. Did we finish this guy? I mean, we built his cannon, but he's not a very good officer. Unfortunately, we don't have any other gunnery officers. I mean, he's fine. I mean, 8 stats is not a lot for an officer. Even she has 9, and we haven't progressed her story very far. This is the only guy we've ever found that can raise things up to 150. This is why I chose to do hearts as the one where I started spending all of our secrets on, because of this guy. Anyways. We'll put our better engine back in. We'll put our We Are Clay back in. We'll put our tireless mechanic back in. Take one last look here. We don't have something awaits. We don't need repairs. We don't need drowning pearls. We do have something awaits, or we don't? I thought we used it to go down here. I guess we'll just get another white molliflower. We do use those sometimes when we're in Dahoot. Okay, well. We are going to... Where are we going next? Is it Khan's Glory? May as well delete the places we've been. Dahoot. Well, we already did two. We pulled a small audible. Now we're going to Khan's Glory, Ant, and then Low Barnet. Khan's Glory. I would like to stop in Nook again at some point. Maybe we'll go to Nook to the Khanate. I don't really want to go to Nuncio. I don't want to go to Wisdom yet. I don't want to go to Scrimshander. I don't want to go to the Gan Pole. Okay, yeah, let's just go to Nook. Nook to Khan's Glory. Yep, we're aimed pretty much right at Nook, just making sure. Just like the stuff you see around Dahoot, these like faces in the water. We're definitely going faster. This session, like I planned out exactly the route I wanted to go. And yeah, we're not really diddly dallying around every time we go to a port. Like, oh, where are we going next? We're just kind of going directly from one to another. I swear sometimes it does not feel like these things give you a boost. Like this one does not feel like I'm going any faster. In fact, it feels like I'm going slower. Yeah, I was definitely going slower in that current. But I don't know if I can get much closer to the north here. I don't have anything in my notes that we want to do in Nook. We have these 5 memories of Nook that I keep thinking like, oh, what are we gonna do with these? Oh, we don't have any wine. Okay, we have to have wine to go in here. Well, we just used our wine. We need 2 wine now. We need one for here, and then one for the campaigner to celebrate with her. Okay, well let's update our notes so we remember next time. Bring wine to Nook. I don't know if I have in these notes or not. Bring 1x wine to enter Nook. I think there's more to do here, I think. We'll fill up on... This is a good place to buy Stygian Ivory when we finally get the wine where we need 7 of it. Or 40 of it, rather. I'll leave a couple spots on hold just in case. Alright, we're going to the Khanate to the north. Good Tobin, Pigment Isle. Nah. That's where we'll buy secrets at the end of the game. They sell them for 900 there after we let Visage take over. I don't think that option's always there. It depends on how you progress the story there. We do have a Susan Cooper long box. We could drop that off at Station 3, right? Yeah, we have one. We'll do that along the way. We also need to go back to Gator's Morn for the tomb tour. Could actually... let's do it on the way back to London. Stick with the plan. We're on a mission. Something just spawned down there, but I'm not going to turn around to go fight it. I'm mostly looking for those shipwrecks, like the one where we got that captivating treasure from. I heard something on the sonar, but I don't see anything. It's probably very rare that you find a captivating treasure underwater, because I mean, captivating treasures are serious items in this game. Like, you can't just like get them for free all over the place, but we did find that one, so it kind of like made me interested in trying to find more. We're just gonna sell our Susan Cooper long box real fast. Assuming there's no other options available here. No. Do we want 1 heart metal ingot? We did sell them. It doesn't really. I think this is just worth about the same. They're worth about 100 somewhere in the game. We were able to sell them for 100-ish, but it's not worth the effort to go find where that was. We'll just sell for 100 here and move on with our life. Still have something. Wait, so there wasn't anything to use it for in Station 3, so we can just cruise on through. I don't think there's anything to do here. We'll just go right up to Khan's Heart, or Khan's Glory, rather. There wasn't anything we wanted to do in Khan's Heart, right? Cause glory, cause glory. Yeah. Don't have any notes about anything in Khan's heart. Usually I go to both, I mean just because they're right next to each other, but this time I'll just speed right past. Like I said, I'm trying to be a little more directed in my voyages. Okay, one of them was... Oh wait, I thought it was the... I thought they wanted to go to Gator's Morn. Okay, well now they want to go to Iron. Oof. Tomb Tour. The only downside of my current note taking is I have a hard time scanning over this. I have a hard time finding where I have my notes. Iron. Okay, the other thing we're doing is this. I don't even remember what this story was originally about. It's been so long since we did this story. Like I don't even remember what this was all about. But we'll do it. Deliver a report from Anth. You have the information you were not officially requested to bring. Assorted revelations. What did you hear? No, don't explain where you heard it. Is the agent well? Does he plan to return? No, don't say where he is now. It takes hours of non-explanation before your contacts are fully satisfied. When they are, they reward you with money, confidence, and a promise of a safer passage in these parts. We got 3 Timon's favor, but we lost 3 Admiralty's favor. This is the only thing I'm aware of that you can do with the Timon. I'm guessing you can use it here as well, but like... Oh, you can pass on strategic information here now. Well, let's release a Blemmingen. We haven't done that yet. Blemmingen negation. The Blemmingen halts atop of the rail. It directs its eyeless dome towards the guards. It folds its tendrils. The message is quite clear. Oh, okay. You cannot release Blemmingens here. They will not allow it. We did this once. What did it do? Offer strategic information. Just gives you 50 echo and 2 Timon favor. We have all these drowning burrows. It's like... I'm not gonna do this. It's only worth 50 echoes. And there's a chance if I ever need... It's very hard for me to get strategic information now, so if I ever do need it again... I don't know what you need the leopard's favor for. I'm gonna do this once where you get some leopard's favor, but I don't even know what leopard's favor is for, other than we used it originally to get access to the Nephrite quarter. We did this. But I'm not sure if there's ever any other reason to get leopard's favor other than having already done that. I don't know. Okay, so now we need to go to Irem. I guess we'll call an audible in our plan here and go over to Irem first. We'll stop at Frostfound. Maybe we can release a Blemmingen there. We have all these Blemmingens in our hold. We have to drop them off at various places. I don't think we've released one in Frostfound. I guess I could look through all my notes of which places I have and have not introduced Blemmingens. Let's do that once we get here. Because I honestly don't remember where. Here we go. Put a Blemmingen ashore. Snow, ice, and a few squatters. A harsh environment for vegetation, but Blemmingens are adaptable. Not that adaptable, though. Its moist tendrils freeze to the icy ground as soon as it's off the gangplank. It squeals, squealing back into the ship to huddle in the engine room. Its main opinions on Frostfound. Very clear. Okay, well let's go to our... I thought that there was a note in here about where we propagated Blemmingens to. Let's make a quick scan through of places we haven't propagated. Okay. Can I have the map open as well? I cannot. Abbey Rock, Acefall, Dahoot, Empire of Hands, Godfall, Hideaway, Nook, not King Eater's Castle, Nuncio, Pigmont Isle, Polythreme, Rosegate, Shepherd Isle, Station 3, Featherking's Hold, and Undercrow. So the Khanate didn't allow us to propagate there. Khan Shadow maybe? Let's put some notes of places to try out. If they're not too far out of the way, let's see if we have maybe Khan Shadow, maybe Khan's Heart. I don't think Khan's Heart, but where else could we try? Scrimshander? We don't have it in Scrimshander. Did we do Dahoot? We did do Dahoot. Undercrow? We did Undercrow. We haven't done Irem actually. We're on our way over to Irem. Where else? Let's look at the map here. Port Cecil? Is that one of them? Good lord, this is going to be annoying if I have to look at the map each time. Port Cecil? We haven't done that. What about Gant Pole or the Shelonate? I think we tried the Shelonate, it didn't work. Gant Pole, I don't remember. Nativity? Did we try there and the spiders killed it? Not sure. Wisdom? Did we try Wisdom? We've not tried Wisdom. Well, we haven't propagated to Wisdom. I don't know if we tried it or not. Alright, well there's a few places we haven't tried. Shepherd Isles, Chapel of Lights, Avid Horizon. These are all places we could try. Shepherd Isles, Chapel of Lights, Avid Horizon. I highly doubt you can propagate at Avid Horizon. Mount Palmerston, Codex, Wither. Any of those places? Sorry, my cat was looking for some attention. I just was petting him here for a second. Give him a little treat. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places we haven't propagated Bloomingdons to, I guess. We'll take a look around when we can find places where we can propagate them to. We get 7 more, we get the Rage-Wrenched Cinder. We got the Judgment's Egg already. That was good. I thought we were gonna have to buy one in Irem at one point for. We still want to get another one, I think, because I want to have one in my inventory when I go into Frostfound. Again, I don't actually know what all the options. I don't know what the items do, but I have in my notes that there are things you might be able to do with them in Irem. Let's go ahead and pop over to Port Cecil along the way. It's not really that far out of the way as we go up to Irem. We can see if we can introduce a blending in there. We do. Yeah, we have in my notes we can get rid of our haunted, or sorry, our Nacreous outcast, the rubbery man who's our officer. We can have him. Well, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it seemed to indicate from the story description that he's going to die if we proceed with the story that's in Port Cecil. And because he's our only way to reliably raise hearts, I didn't want to lose him quite yet. But once we finish raising our hearts, we can go ahead and try that story, try to finish that story. We're just going here to try to propagate a Bloomington. We actually do have a Tomb Call. We are doing the Tomb Call. That's what they don't want us to do this. I don't know what this option is. We need pages more. I mean fragments more than anything. I mean secrets, but secrets fragments become secrets. We're not going to do the extra move. We'll try putting up Bloomington, sure. Mesmeric Silver. The Bloomington doesn't hesitate. It scurries to the rail and leaps to a coral hillock. The coral trembles, folds, and subsides beneath the water. The Blumingen is gone. A mashed tendril floats on the surface. Okay, so you can't do it in Port Cecil. Fail. Port Cecil. Bonds. Glory. I know. Eagle, it killed it. Shelony killed it. Frostbound didn't work. Can't propagate there. While we're here, do we want to explore the coral knoll? Yeah, this is where we can do this option that might kill the outcast. I'm not gonna do that quite yet. We could just gather Shintalak or explore it. We'll just explore the coral knoll. We've done this before. We don't really need amber. 20 fragments. I mean, it's not nothing. It is in fact something. It's not much, but it is something. Alright, we're going to Irem to try to finish up this Tomb Colonist tour. Who was the other thing we wanted to do with the Tomb Colonist? There was one other place in the game that involved a Tomb Colonist. It was the Nativity. Oh, okay, let's go to the Nativity. Should we go there first or go to the Irem first? They're kind of like a triangle from where we're at. I guess if we want to go buy fuel, maybe we'll stop at Gamp. We'll go up and then down, and maybe we'll buy some fuel in the Gamp hole. So we'll go up first then. I'm glad I remember that, because I do remember there was somewhere else in the game that involved tomb colonists. Since we're over here and we have them with us, we may as well figure out what it is. We haven't done much in Irem in this playthrough. I think you have to bring coffee. I didn't bring any coffee. I could have bought some in one of the towns we were recently in. I should have brought maybe more coffee. I didn't realize we were coming up to Irem, so I didn't plan on bringing any coffee. It wasn't on my plan, but the tomb tour changed the plan. So I'll try to remember to bring one coffee for Irem next time. I should put it in my notes. Because there is more to do here, it's just we haven't really explored it in this playthrough. Okay, what do we want them to do? Do we want them to... They're going to wander the stairs for hours, they will forget our scars and stains. The leaves will be red as remembered blood, the sea will be black as memory. Irem, we will not leave, we must leave. Should they look east, they will be drawn to the edge of the isle where Salt's realm opens out into the darker sea. The places beyond the edge, what will they see? Or encourage them to purchase parabola linen bandages. They will deck themselves in imagined crimson. I have no idea what that means, so we'll just do this one. Well, they will, thank you. When we return to Venderbite, one will say, when we return, we will be sunset, red and gold. We will always remember you, Captain. You gave us this ending. Here, leg nyap. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's like aloha in Tomb Colonist. Not sure. But yeah, we got some parabola linen. And we lost 2 terror and another memory of distant shores. We can put a Blumingen ashore. It will spin down the gangplank a little cautiously. A doom? 2 brittle fishers will stare, aghast, as it whirls into the shadows, raising a cloud of rose petals as it goes. The year of the Blumingen! The younger will say, I was afraid this might happen. He takes the older's arm and they hurry off to confer with their fellows. The Witherin will laugh themselves sick, the older one grows. We only have 1 propagation. Quite sad. We haven't been doing much of that. Okay, so that was Irem. And we did Port Cecil. There's not an option there. Keep track of this as we go. Try to find all the places we can... Okay, yeah, so here's the... We'll go ahead and do this, I suppose. I don't know what we're doing with all these rooms of the gradient, actually, now that I think about it, because it's... We can't talk to either of those guys. Here is where you can spend secrets for a variety of things. We're not interested in that. I've been considering doing this option. We have these 2 mountain sherds. We do, we do not, we do currently have 20 hold space. We could buy 20 parabolin and just sell them. I don't know what else to do with these mountain sherds. Definitely don't want 50 fuel. We can't hold that. Here's the. Oh, you can't buy dredge devices here. You can only sell. Oh, we do want to sell. We do want to buy the searing enigmas. Yeah, yeah. Could buy 4 of these for another one of these, but 4 of these is like over 1,000 echoes. Not to be done lightly. You can buy secrets here for 99, but we can buy them cheaper in the Pigmo Isle. Now, the only question is, do we want to sell one of our mountain sherds? The description says you can sell it as a captivating treasure, but I don't know if that means this is where you can sell it. I mean, 20 parabolin's like... Where can you sell... I know you can sell them in London. Is there a better place to sell them? In my notes. There's 63 in Apis meat, so 63 times 20. It's like 250 or something. Oh, 1,200. The only downside is it's going to take up a lot of cargo space. Basically all of our cargo space. Which just means we'll have a smaller supply of fuel and stuff. I suppose. I don't know what else to do with these mountain sherds. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, let's make a note of things to do. Bring coffee to Irem, because we really haven't progressed this story. I don't know if there's anything interesting to do there, but we really have not tried it. Bring coffee to Irem. We should at least try it to see if there's interesting story stuff to progress with it. Alright, we're going to Nativity to see if they want to do anything with our tomb colonists. Could go underwater, I suppose. Let's see here. I'm afraid some of these tomb colonists may not make it back if we give them to the spiders, but that's a risk they are going to have to be willing to take. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Something over here. So one of those wrecked ships. Looks like it's moving. Just one of the larger monsters. Is this something we can explore? Oh my god, I hit something. Where's this? Okay, here's something. Isn't this the thing we did? The whale bones? We've seen this option, I know. See, did I make a note of what whale bones options are? I didn't. Let's make a note. Whale bones. We can examine the engravings. What the heck? This is pages. Can collect unknown toxins. There's a Veils challenge. Where we can harvest Stygian ivory. We do need Stygian ivory eventually, although we don't have any hold space at the moment. Let's just go ahead and examine the engravings because we don't have any hold space. 9 fragments and 1 intriguing snippet. Not very exciting. Plus 9 fragments plus 1x intriguing snippet. don, yeah, we did this before. You don your diving gear. I remember this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. We're basically here at the nativity. We're up, gain one secret. We're up to 43. Or I mean, not sorry, like 33 or something like that. Okay, so we are letting them have the tomb colonists. Deliver the tomb colonists. Perhaps this is doing them a favor. I have no idea. Did we ever try reducing plumbing? We'll try that also. We'll do this first though. You've been to Venderbite. Perhaps it's doing them a favor. The grisly delivery is made. The emissary of spiders has a pair of strong traders load the unfortunate tomb colonists onto a rickety, already well-stocked supply cart. It would be preferable not to be around when they wake up, but that seems unlikely. The emissary bids you join him on the cart, now so burdened that only place to sit is on the coffins. A reward was promised, was it not? He says, settling himself down on a silk cushion. Come, the Surient masters demand an audience. You get a secret, nice. Into the spider's web. Sitting next to the emissary of spiders, you travel through a wasteland of webs and glimmering eyes of their spinners. We can speak with the emissary of spiders. He seems a reasonable fellow. Or we could do the great crossing. I guess we'll speak to him. How did he come to be here, speaking for a council of sorrow spiders? Life is but a web, a many-stranded thing of beauty. He gently bids rather than drives the elderly horse to a faster walk. He speaks of following the perfect geometry of a spider's web to its natural conclusion, and of the day his mind was ensnared by one as effortlessly as if it might have caught a fly. I confess, however, it did still take a while to be talked into the harvesting, he adds, gesturing to his empty eye sockets. They harvested his eyes. He chuckles to himself. Ah, the ignorance of youth. Oh my. 5 fragments, and we're now a supplier to spiders. Somehow we've lost terror. Hearing about his story of how his eyes got plucked out. The great crossing between the Nativity and the Grand Spider Council of Savior's Rocks is a bridge of webs, coated in thick sands to allow passage between the islands. It's describing these webs, I suppose. You may wish to avert your gaze for a moment. The emissary of spiders carefully undoes his blindfold, revealing 2 hollow, scabbed eyes. Unbidden, the sorrow spider on his shoulder crawls across his face, stabbing one leg into each with a squelch. Just for a moment, the emissary's face flickers with the euphoria of a new disciple of prisoner's honey, but only for as long as it takes to shiver. His normal, polite countenance returns as the cart rolls onto the webbed bridge, taking you high above the Black Sea. Should we take in the surroundings? This whole island is littered with ruins. Do they look familiar? Oh, we succeeded. Got some 10 fragments. A page removed from history. There are no obvious signs with which to date or identify these ruins, though a few details spark memories of Third City legends from less than trustworthy stories. They are, however, far too faded and broken to draw any real conclusions from. We're now 23, a supplier to spiders. The web of stone. The cart approaches a long, ruined citadel, little but a maze of foundations, still recording a time before it became the demesne of sorrow spiders. Oof, a lot to read here. Just take a sip of water. Okay, we are doing End of the Road. The clicking of sorrow spiders is nigh intolerable by the time the cart pulls up by the web of stone. The emissary of spiders pauses for a moment to carefully detach the juvenile and replaces his blindfold. Absently, he touches and tastes a drop of lingering blood, savoring the sting of poison. You'll be summoned when the irascible masters are ready. Until then, please do enjoy our hospitality. He pauses, turns, licking his finger clean. I do, however, urge you to mind your manners in this place, and of course, to be most careful where you choose to sit. We are now 25. The Web of Stone, the last remnants of an ancient citadel, now home to the Spider Council of Savior's Rocks. Eyeless weavers and widows busy themselves tending to the spiders in their tree of seasons, showing neither interest or concern at your presence. You will be summoned. Summoned by the Spider Council, you have been called. Well, we have not been called. We could spy on the weavers and widows. To spy on the blind is no challenge, but the glares of the sorrow spiders all around it make it clear that while you're here, you'll never be not under observation. We could behold the Tree of Seasons, the heart of the Spider Council. Few have laid eyes upon it, and most of those have had said eyes ritually removed to birth new sorrow spiders shortly afterwards. We could attempt to rest until summoned. Amongst an army of poisonous spiders and deranged cultists, still not as rough as the flophouses of spite. I mean, we're not really spies. We're not really a spy character. We could behold the Tree of Seasons, the heart of the Spider Council. I don't necessarily want to have my eyes removed. Unlocked when caught in the webs of the Sears Rock is no more than 26. You have 25. Unlocked when spying is no more than 0. These all say no more than 9 on the walk into my parlor. So there's a pretty good chance we're only going to get to do one of these things. I don't suppose I have in my notes what these do. The Web of Stone. So we have Spy on the Weavers and Widows. We have Behold the Tree of Seasons. I'm tempted to do that one. We have Attempt to Rest until summoned. Let's try Beholding the Tree of Seasons. Pride of the sorrow spiders, branches of webs hang in their thousands from the colossal statue of some being as far from an angel as an angel from a man. The Spider Council has made its home in the chipped-out eyes, surrounded by its lesser and precious collection of ensnared unfortunates. Hundreds of these captives dangle in silk cocoons, the sane and still living tended to just enough to serve their full measure of both use and suffering. Okay. That gave us +5 terror. Does sound quite terrible. It's a bunch of people hanging from spider webs. Well, we haven't been summoned yet. We could bury the Tree of Seasons. The Weavers and Widows have torches to warm them during their work. Now you will use them to put an end to it. Damn the consequences. We could also further investigate the Tree of Seasons. Further investigate. Tree of Seasons. Can burn the Tree of Seasons. I guess we will further investigate. There is no escape but death. The captives have long since ceased moaning, though some still quiver as sorrow spiders crawl across their bodies, milking their secrets. A venturing cartographer who traveled too far east, a lady of means from a voyage 18 years prior, the captain of the wrecked ship Nocturne, a broken devil old enough to have forgotten the smell of brimstone. Their eyes long since harvested to birth the sorrow spider's progeny, they hang immobile in the darkness, dreaming of oblivion. +2 terror. I guess this also gives you +1 caught in web status. Both of these did that. Now it's up to 28. We won't try to burn it. I guess we could try the spying on option. It doesn't seem... The glares of the sorrow spiders all around make it clear that while you're here, you'll never be not under observation. What does it mean to spy on them? I mean, we're just looking at them. Man, they're just doing stuff around the area. A family of red and green. The cultists politely ignore you as you watch them at work. The weavers in red tending the webs, the widows in green caring for their masters by reducing grisly foodstuffs to paste and feeding the more senior members of the Spider Council by hand. If there is any reason for these assignments, it is impossible to tell. Certainly, there is an assortment of male widows and female weavers among the cultists' ranks. Perhaps the sorrow spiders have as much interest in human gender as in spider gender. Okay. So it just gave us a +1 Z story. and some spy on spiders quality. Like I said, I've been calling it status, but the game calls it quality. We also gained 1x walk into my parlor, she said. Or walk into my parlor said ... If we spy them again, we could try to listen to them. Sure, why not? Before the harvest, an orchard must grow. They speak of a chaos brought under control by a spider council formed from the blinded eye of a great Z-beast. They speak of the strained partnership it maintains with those who could so easily be enslaved. They speak of a tree of epochs to be birthed in forbidden light, its branches stretching through the neath to become the perfect geometry of sorrow. 10 fragments, another Z story. Continue spying. Basically just more Z stories, more Z story fragments, and status. Okay. Spying on a deal with A. A group of weavers and widows is quietly discussing something. You might be able to listen in. Didn't we just do that? No more than 2, you have to. I guess we're trying to get this thing up to 9. We're currently at 4. A secret shared is no secret at all. They speak of a century of stolen secrets, and an almost as long as regretted promise made to a great Z-beast. They speak of its greed for knowledge, for which it willingly blinded another creature with the light of the stars. They speak of secrets eagerly grasped, reluctantly relinquished. They speak of the curse of curiosity. In hushed tones they speak of a trap, yet to be baited. We got a tail of terror up to 77. We needed one of those for... Let's get the 77 there. If we keep listening, it's starting to get chancy. I mean, we'll see what happens if you fail. Okay, if you fail, you just gain a terror. They hiss angrily at you. I guess we could try this once. Refs until summoned. You lose 5 terror. Okay. Minus 5 terror. Plus status. An uneasy rest. There's little to be had. Every time you close your eyes for more than a moment, you feel the hairs of a sorrow spider on your skin, or an exploratory rub of a mandible against your eyes. But time slowly passes even so, and eventually time is what it is. We have been summoned to the Spider Council. It is time. You have been called. The Tree of Seasons runs black with sorrow. From the eyes of the statue pours a poisonous conclave, 1,000 lesser sorrow spiders perching on every rock, brick, and outcropping. The emissary of spiders rises from his meditation at the base, his robe festooned with the most senior members of the council that they might whisper their will in his ear. They speak, of course, most eloquently in fact. That does not mean they will lower themselves to speak with you, not directly. Excellent, excellent, the emissary of spiders bows slightly. My mephitic masters bid you welcome. I believe we have business to discuss. Okay. The secret of the nocturne. The emissary of spiders patiently explains what services his masters require. A simple matter for one with perception. 18 years ago, the nocturne was lost in the vicinity of Saviour's Rocks. It is a story every sailor knows, the tale of the webbed ship and its vanished crew. We seek a certain... The emissary of spiders pauses, smiles. Pardon the secrecy, but I fear the discretion must be at the heart of our endeavor. Suffice it to say, there is a matter of the gravest importance tied to that ship, and you shall, if you are deserving of this commission, most assuredly know it when you see it. Bring it here to us, and you shall be most richly rewarded. His tone is warm and words sincere. He has clearly practiced much to make them so. What of the Tree of Ages? A question! Why cannot the sorrow spiders send their own vessel to handle this problem? Oh my, such pervasive propaganda. The Tree of Ages. The emissary spiders assures you that it's merely a tale, one invented to scare children and brain-addled sailors. With no offense intended to present company, of course. After all, I fear even the Minikin masters would struggle to operate such a vessel, if it did exist. As we who are honored to serve, he taps this blindfold. I fear you do have rather the advantage of us there. Do you have a compact? Do we have a compact? Okay, so he's saying he can't sail a ship because he doesn't have any eyes. Why can't these spiders just tell you what they want you to do? It is too delicate a matter for specificity. These are dangerous waters. One never knows who might be listening, confides the emissary of secrets. Trust in the pernicious masters that they would not ask were you to lack the necessary wisdom. That hardly suffices, but it is clear is all you will get. Well, there's actually no decline option, so I guess we accept. Whether this is a task you actually intended to undertake or not, it would not be wise to openly refuse. It's like true in most video games. You just accept it and deal with the consequences later. In any case, there is more to this than there appears. There's only one way to find out. A simple task, is it not? Says the emissary of spiders, no longer encumbered by his masters. He claps you on the shoulder. Do not, of course, neglect a light to aid your search. Candles, yes, candles enough to scare away the ghosts and burn the very skies of verdant green. Okay, we can't report back because we haven't done anything for them yet. You see a thief of silk trying to steal from the festival while pretending to gather new banners to hang. There's also a Blemming option here. A thief of silk. It's going to give us 2 terror. Okay, we don't need to do that. I don't need trade supplies for silk. We don't need to... Okay, wait, we can do this again, I guess. This is like the... Just gives you some money in London. I'll put a Blemming on shore. Dark and dank. Just how they like it. An unseemly brawl. The Bloomingen whirls across the quay and under a silk merchant's stall, occasioning some alarm. Gone from your life, your duty is done. Not quite. With a furious insectile screech, sorrow spiders converge on the stall. The Bloomingen is driven into the open. It smashes one spider carapace with its beak, vaults another spider in a flash of fungal dexterity, fences tendril to Chilicacere with a third as they both dash up a wall. Then is gone into the webs. Its hyphal slimes protecting him from their sticky adhesions. Spiders pour after it. Who will know its end? Not you. You had nothing to do with this. If anyone asked, you were probably never here. Probably. Okay, so we have propagated nativity. We brought the tomb tours and return to Vanderbite. We're finished with the tomb tour. We have propagated, we just did that, we propagated here. What else have we done? We've learned that we need to bring candles to the wreck of the Nocturne. Okay. Did it say how many candles? It didn't specify, did it? Okay. Cargo hold. We got 8 spots available. We're gonna buy in Camp Pole, I believe. Where can we buy candles? There was some place around here you could buy candles. But I think you might have to go back to London. If we were snuffer hunting, which we're not, you can buy them in Apis meat. That's not really closer than London. It's about the same distance as London, although we want to bring the campaigner there anyway at some point. That's not where I saw them, though. Khan's Heart. You can buy candles in Khan's Heart. Okay. Maybe we'll go do that. We're gonna need some fuel, though. Should we go Gaunt Pole to Khan's Heart, maybe? How many candles are we gonna need? That's the real question. It didn't specify. Does the journal entry for this say anything? Let's see. Nocturne. Savior's Rocks. Here we go. Okay, it doesn't say anything about the wreck of the Nocturne. I really wish there's a search option in here. But there is not, unfortunately. Could be under objective. No. Could be under... memoirs? No. Favors? No. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to buy some number of candles and hope it's the right amount when we get there. So, are we going to go to the Gant Pole to get some supplies and then go to Khan's Heart for candles and then go back to the Nativity? It's a bit of a loop here. Or the Wreck of the Nocturne, rather. I could just go right... No, I don't have candles, that's right. So I could just go right there. I mean, I can buy supplies in either Port Cecil or the Khans. Actually, the supplies are cheaper now that I've unlocked the Nephrite quarters. Maybe we'll just go straight there. 6 fuel. Well, we can at least get to Port Cecil. I do want to stop in Khan's Shadow also to see if I can propagate some of these buildings there. Definitely made some progress in this video, in this session. We are finding things to do, which is good. Like I was kind of worried that we were running out of things to do, but we've been finding enough stuff to keep us busy. We're slowly gaining stats. We're slowly gaining secrets. Although we've lost a few secrets doing some of these companion stories, but yeah, there's the wreck of Emperor Wolfgang. Not sure who Emperor Wolfgang was, but oops. Do we need any fuel to get to Khan's Shadow? Buy one, maybe. One or two. Oops. Like a drunken sailor out here. We'll go ahead and do the Explore the Coral option. We can also just gather some Shintalak. I don't really need more. Oh, this guy again. I've always just returned to the ship. Let's try to wait Washington. If we get a wound, we can heal it in... Oh, we succeeded. An end to it. Deep silence, a faint scrape, like boot leather on stone. The woman on your left levels her rifle and fires, and your crew joins her. The fusillade almost drowns out the hoarse screeching of the creature in the shadows. When you drag into the light, its oily flesh is already beginning to dissolve. Perhaps the light is hastening it. Whatever it was, it had many jointed, leathery limbs, eyes like a bunch of grapes, a folding assembly of mandibles. It stinks of vinegar and mold. You fling a tarpaulin over it and bundle it into the darkest part of the hold. Perhaps someone will want it. All that for a strange catch? Wow. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting, but given the chance that it was a low odds, even with 80 mirrors, I guess I was expecting a little more than that. There's also the captured live option. I probably would have given you a live specimen instead of a strange catch, I'm guessing. I guess strange catch is like a dead live specimen in this world. An unlive specimen, as it were. There's a Khanate chip. I'm not trying to fight the Khanate chips. I'm just trying to propagate some Blemmigans. Don't mind us. Don't have something awaits yet, though. Alright, so let's go ahead and... We can definitely do this. Watchful Curios don't go in your hold, I don't think. Do they go in your hold? They do not. Oh, they do. Gosh darn it. Okay, hold on. Now they're taking up cargo space. We'll put a Blooming ashore. These exiles are unlikely to be bothered by one more outcast. A knack for concealment. The Bloomingen disappears into the moist shadows of a nearby wreck. A shadow watches it go. Mushrooms, she says cheerfully. I've missed mushrooms. Okay. We've propagated to Colin Shadow. I think we tried Gonfall and it didn't work, but I'll update my notes if we try again at some point. Alright, there's not a lot to do here. We could sell the figurehead of the Eater names. Again, I'm not sure... Is there anything in the game that... Oh, it's the... If you want to colonize Acefall, you need it. But this also needs a Dread Surmiser. I think we're not going to use a Dread Surmiser for on this playthrough. I would like to try that at some point. Maybe next time I try to do a large playthrough of the game, I'll try to focus on colonizing Acefall. But again, in this playthrough, is there anything else to do? So I have the figurehead. This is for the defensive Acefall mission. Can sell it in Wither for an extraordinary implication. I'll just sell it here. I can always fight that guy again if I want to, I suppose. Trying to free up hold space, so let's go ahead and buy some fuel, buy some supplies. So this would have been a nice thing to buy a while ago. I don't think we're going to get 2,000 echoes worth of fuel efficiency though at this point in the game. Do I want to stock up, or... Usually the stuff is cheaper in the underwater cities. What are we doing? We're buying candles to go to the wreck of the Nocturne. Or we could drop the tomb colonists off, one of the two. Get them out of our hold. Maybe we'll do that, because I don't know how many candles I want to bring. I only have 3 hold spots. So yeah, maybe we'll drop out the tomb colonists first. Get these guys out of our hold. Didn't we buy a tomb colonist from somewhere? Maybe we can get 2 more. Go back up to 12 again. We traded a... We got one in Anth. Let's head back to Anth first. I just don't have enough hold space to fill up on candles, and also still have, you know, a decent amount of fuel and supplies and whatnot. Did I use my recent news? I did. I went to Dahoo on this voyage. I just want to make sure I use the recent news. Randomly, like, recent news of London is like a very valuable item in this game. I suppose that's true. Like news in the old world, like bards and troubadours and wandering merchants who've carried news from one town to another. That was something that people valued, I would imagine. In the days before television and streaming videos and all that good stuff. This is just the Z's. This is just the. See if the group of non-boxes don't really do much anymore. I guess we'll just get the port report. I thought it came to the port report when we did that option. One second. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, recent news, maybe it was like a really valuable thing in the days before the internet and modern communications technology. Alright, let's resume. We're going to Anth, and then Underbite. There was one thing to do at Demo Island at one point. Did we do the thing at Demo Island? We must have done it. Let's see that option. No, it's more. So, oh, I think it was after we finished the Hideaway mission. I think one of the two characters wanted to go to Demo Island, maybe. Not sure if I'm remembering that correctly or not. Anyway, if it's underwater, we may as well descend. I'll see if we can pick up 2 more tomb colonists, so we can have the full 12 when we return to Vendibite. Might have to do we have to do something awaits twice. I'm not sure if the option to pick up a tomb colonist required something awaits or not. Find out. I pinged some stuff behind us, but I don't really want to turn around. Something awaits. Something else nearby. Okay, let's do the tomb colonist if we can. Oh, first let's get rid of our wound. Go talk to Rosina. 2 supplies. We can buy more, that's not a problem. So can we get a tomb colonist or not? It appears that might have been a one-time only option. Don't see the option to gain a tomb colonist. Okay, well, if it's not here, we can't do it. I thought we would try if we had the option to do it, but yeah, we don't. We can free a Bloomingen. Perhaps it'll find the place congenial. Taking root, the Bloomingen scampers across the spiked floor of the first cave. It finds a crevice and settles in. How long before it begins to go clear? Will its stem turn to crystal first, or its cap? Okay. So we did Anth. I didn't have it in my notes, but we did it. Do we have like Mount Palmerston and don't have Mount Palmerston. Do we have Vendibite? No, we don't have Vendibite. I mean, Mount Palmerston's right here. May as well. I think fuel is cheaper in Mount Palmerston, right? Palmerston. Fuel's 9 there. Supplies are 22. Okay. Don't have much cargo space. I'm not going to buy random things that I don't need. I do need 1 casket of sapphires later on, though. Alright, let's go propagate the Blummingens in Mount Palmerston. I guess we could stop at Codex and Wither as well. Oh, one of these things. We just did this event recently. We did this one last time. Let's try this collect the toxins option. Okay, 2 supplies and 1 terror for that one. This is the Whale Bones mission. Plus 2 supplies, plus 1 terror. You and your crew don dinosaurs break out flasks and bone saws. So you saw it, place, collect the marrow, yada yada. Okay. I don't think we even need something awaits here. I'm just gonna dock right away. I just want to release the Bloomingen, buy a few supplies, and then head off. There were already Blummingens here somewhere. Okay, so you can't do it here. So that doesn't know. Well, Palmerston. suppose we'll hit Wither and Codex. How many of these Flemingans do we have left? 2? I don't know if Codex and Wither have the option to propagate, but I do want to get 7 more of that propagation quality because I do want to get another Judgment's Egg. Because I don't want to have one in my inventory when we go into Frostbound. That just has an option to maybe potentially use it there. Again, not sure if it'll actually be useful or not, but I have in my notes that it might be useful, so I'd like to have it with me. Because I will wait for something that waits here since we've traveled relatively far. We could fight this guy and bot him. Yet, get mostly full hull strength and crew. Alright, so let's go ahead and put a Blooming ashore. How do Bloomingans deal with the cold? Not well. It scurries back up the gangplank. Okay, so can't do it in Codex. We'll go ahead and get some more unread logs. Those don't go in our hold, right? No, they don't go in the hold. If we equip this, does it help us fight? Not really. I don't think Hearts and Veils help with combat. I don't think. I'm trying to see if I could change some items around, but I don't think it matters. Okay, yeah, let's try to fight this, what is it called? There's a ice shirt or something. Where'd it go? Here it is. Lifeberg at the Pale Haunt. Not sure how strong it is, but hopefully we can fight it. Doesn't seem like it's very fast at least. Oh wait, here it comes. I spoke too soon. Again, I wish I could see its health bar. Looks like one more hit will kill it. You destroyed a Lifeberg. You want treasures or supplies? It's big. There may be something edible or combustible in there somewhere. Let's look at my notes about Lifebergs. This is the first time we kill one in this playthrough. Don't see it. Alright, well. Lifeberg. We have replenish supplies, replenish supplies, or gather treasures. Let's go ahead and gather treasures. We need money more than edibles. 1 hunting trophy and 3 artifacts. Okay. Nothing too exciting, although I think we can pass these on to our heirs, our scions. Fragments gleam like obsidian in the depths of the ice. Their glassy blackness recalls Mount Nomad, the predatory terrain feature that haunts the blackness of Void's approach. What's the connection? We've seen Mount Nomad a number of times, though we haven't tried to engage it. Again, I think you want that like gun that fires the doomed monster hunter. You need a ship that has a forward cannon slot for that. Or even just having the forward cannon slot for the gun that we currently have would be nice. Okay, so we came here to put a Blooming ashore. Is not enthusiastic. What the hell are you thinking? Ice, salt, or not to its taste. Okay, well. Cannot release Bloomingans at Wither. What will we do here? Should we explore the town? Sure, why not? We now have salt, storm detention, and 10 fragments. Is there a sea more sunless? I don't suppose that there is. Could have sold the figurehead of the Eater names there for an extraordinary location, but I think we sold it for 250 anyway, which is, I think, more than an extraordinary location is worth. It's close. I think it's worth more than 250. I mean, I think 250 is worth more than an extraordinary location. We're running a little low on fuel, but I think we should have enough to get back to London. So that'll probably be the end of this voyage. We planned out what we were going to do, and we did it, so that was good. We finished the tomb tour. We progressed a number of stories in various places. I hear some bats, but I don't even know they're there. I mean, I can kill them in one hit if I could see them, but... we'll go ahead and hit the corpses. One supplies. Don't have something awaits yet. I may as well just slow down a bit for that. There it is. Alright, the tomb tour is over. Sorry we couldn't all make it back. Some of you became spider food, but we did get 1,000 echoes for completing it. We will not do another one at the moment, although we can certainly do this if we want to get another 1,000. Let's go ahead and put the Blummingen ashore. Yes, it livens things up. A shriek! Your Blummingen has run up a colonist's leg. Inside their leg, by the sounds of it. Some of them are hollow as drums. Well, no doubt they can both take care of themselves. Tiptoe away. Okay, we did vendor bite. Don't know if I had that in my notes of places to try or not. We didn't try Consort actually. Did we go to the Shepherd Isles? Shoot, I already forgot. I don't think we did, right? We went to Anth. I think we did go to the Shepherd Isles, didn't we? I don't know. Hey, is there anything else to do here before we leave? Can explore Venderbite. Okay, can explore Venderbite. Raggedy Fellow. We don't really need more crew. Just gonna leave him here. Sorry, fellow. Alright, we'll pop in at Low Barnett, and then we will... Hopefully there's enough fuel. Kinda wish I actually had bought one more fuel barrel. Maybe this guy will drop a fuel. Nice, one fuel. Perfect. I wanted one more fuel. How obliging of him. Let's go ahead and go underwater. Go underwater to go into Low Barnett. I always have trouble descending around Low Barnett. It always prevents me from descending here. It's probably this elbow-shaped thing that probably has stopped me before. Okay, so we have we tried a Blummingen here? We'll try this in a second, but let's see, we had, so we need 2 more stories to trade in, then we can trade for some goods here. Let's see, which option did we want to do? Barnett. We want artifacts? Probably that. Yeah, let's do artifacts. Relics and antiques. 5 artifacts, 1 ambiguous Eolith, 1 lamentable relic. Trade in any more port reports we have left. We have 1. That's it. I guess we'll drop off a Blummingen. Why wouldn't an underwater church want an unpredictable fungal carnivore among its congregation? A controlled environment. The purple mushroom descends from the zub. It shuffles into the nave, scratching at the dirt around the pews. It pauses near the pulpit, then, with a decisive wriggle, makes for a dark corner behind the altar. A trident whistles through the air and skewers its soft head. A verger strides over, retrieves her weapon, and hacks at the wounded Blemmingen until the pieces are mush. She gives you a baleful look, referring to her post. Yeah, a lot of people don't really like these Blemmingens, do they? They don't seem to be a popular co-inhabitant in many of the ports. Okay, well, we'll update our notes that we cannot bring Blemmingens to Low Barnet. Unfortunate for him. I'll have to get some more honey for the next time, because we didn't get up to 7 of our propagation quality yet. I'm not sure if there is 7 left to do. But we know that Low Barnet is not a place to bring Blemmingens. Still a number of other places we have. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Okay, anything else to do here real fast before we go back to London? I don't think so. We traded all our stories. We can't do that. Can't do that. Okay. And shops. Yeah, we don't buy shops here. All right, back to London. Oh wait, I want to equip my compartment. Do I even care? Do I have any contraband left in my hold? I don't think I do. I didn't buy any red honey, did I? No, I did a different story when I was down there. I didn't buy the red honey story. Yeah, I don't have any more Winatic literature. I don't have any more red honey. Yeah, I don't think anything in my hold is considered. Well, the sunlight filled miracle box might be considered contraband. Not sure on that one. No reason not to just equip our concealed compartment though. Okay, well that was a good session. We'll wrap things up here in London and see how we'll plan out our next voyage here before we log off. Because I find it's easier to do at the end to plan. Because when everything's fresh in the memory, than when I come back in another day and be like, what was I doing last time? Where am I trying to go? But yeah, we'll plan out the next voyage here. Click their messages. We'll check the Rosier Wharf. Yeah, we can sell one on Red Lodge, sure. We'll check the Alarming Scholar. Get a present from him. We will go to our lodgings, get the recent morning papers. We will rest to get 3 restful nights. Okay, so it's this icon. This thing is restful nights. I was trying to find this last time to see if we still had any. Okay. We're not currently selling these. We have the trinkets from the spiders area. It's 100. Echoes. We don't know what this is for. We didn't bring any red honey. Could sell one of our live specimens. Sure. Nothing in our study yet that we're gonna do. We're getting close. We're getting close. Up to 33 secrets. Still need to get that Dread Surmise. London. Could get a new recruit if we wanted one. I suppose. It just eats more fuel. I mean, eats more supplies, but I suppose. Anything else in London? Do we need repairs? Not really. We don't need to do this carouse the docks. We don't need to hire more crew. We're not doing repairs. Okay, I think we're mostly done. Is there anything we want to sell in our hold? We have we can sell this spider silk. We have some hold space. Oh, that's right, the 20 parabola, the parabolatin. I was gonna sell it in Abyss meat, but is this a better place even? This might actually be better. We sold that it was a mountain shirt for 20 of these things. Yeah, they're only 57. Oh, that's Iron Republic. That's where you buy them. There's 63 in Apis meat. So if it's 20 times, like this, I'm just gonna sell them. I mean, that turned out to be okay as far as profit goes. We got a little bit of money from doing that. Alright, we're gonna need more prisoners' honey. We're gonna need some coffee to go into Irem. Let's bring 2 coffee. Let's bring 1 wine. I don't think we need wine for anything anymore. We need candles to go into the wreck of the Nativity. Let's get like 10 candles. I have no idea how many we're gonna need. We should actually use the rest of our favor with the almond because we keep losing favor for various things. We still have 7. Let's just use it here before it goes away. How much hold space do we have here? We have lots. Yeah, let's just use the rest of our favor. Since the admirals are gone now, I may as well just use it before it's gone from random other events. 3. Okay, we can't do it anymore. Could use the last 3 favor to repair a hull, but not really necessary. Okay, we have 20 fuel, so we don't really need more fuel. We got all that from those favors. We'll fill up the rest of our hold probably on like supplies. I don't think we need... We can sell these Sunless fruits for 50. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, they don't take up hold space. Never mind. We don't need to sell those. We're just trying to get things out of our holds. We're gonna sell... We could sell the strange catch. The live specimen. We're holding on to this stitch item because we're going to need 40 of them. Let's put our gun back in the hold here for again. We're just all just preparing for next time. Where'd the gun go? Here it is. I don't think we changed our officers at all. These are fine. Okay, so we're basically ready to go. We still have a little bit of hold space. We can buy a few more spies, I suppose. I don't know if we need more honey or coffee for any reason. Or wine. Wait, I bought 1 wine. Not sure how many Blemmingans we're gonna need. What's our Blemmingen propagation quality at? We want to get up to 7. Let's see. Doesn't show the overall quality in this section. Is it under Uttershroom? No. Trying to just quickly scan through here. Oh, Blemmingans are, we have 5, okay. So we only need 2 more to get the next reward. Okay, well 5 honey should be enough to find 2 places. If we can even find 2 places. But I mean 5 honey should be enough for that. If we get back to Polythreum at some point. Oh, we actually have enough Syrinx to get the last thing here, the Dread Surmise. So all we really need, if we do this option, it says he'll go away. But if we do, we just need to finish getting a few more secrets, and then we are basically ready to write the Song of the Z. So hopefully next time, maybe next session even, we could maybe write the Song of the Z. In fact, we could do it for sure if we go buy secrets from Pigmode Isle. We need 7 secrets. Yeah, they're about 1,000 each. If we spend all of our money buying the secrets in Pigmode Isle, the other thing we can do to get secrets is just go farm them. Actually, we can just go farm them in Visage. That's probably a lot cheaper. Okay, so let's plan this out for next time. Okay, so the plan for our next voyage, we're gonna farm some secrets in Visage. Because that's the best place I've seen in the game that I can remember in this playthrough at least. Okay, so we want to go to Visage to farm Fragment as Bat. We also have to go to Iron Republic. We could go Kumain Canal. I did want to pop over to Kumain Canal to see if there's anything new there. Haven't been back there in a while. So we'll go there. We'll go to Iron Republic to pick up the last hydrogen supply. We'll go to Visage to farm fragments up to 40 secrets. We could pop over to the Isle of Cats to get some honey. We'll consider that when we're there. It's not like a priority. We do need to go to Hoot at some point. We need to go to Wreck of the Nocturne at some point. We need to go to Uttershroom at some point. Usually we go from like Uttershroom to Dahoot. We usually go to Empire of Hands. Well, some combination of Uttershroom, Empire of Hands, and Dahoot. It might be a slightly different order, but these three usually. Wreck of the Nocturne. Got that wrong. What else do we have to do still? I'd like to have another Lauren fluke in my. I'd like to get another Colossal fluke in my inventory at some point. Yeah, so we'll try to get another Rager and Cinder. That's what the Plumbing and Propagation's for. Gator's Morn. We need to go to Gator's Morn for the wrecking thing. We can do that at some point. Probably on the way back to London. I'm not going to do another tomb tour. I mean, it's 1,000. You get 1,000 money for it, but we didn't get any secrets or anything from doing it. At some point we need to go to Frostfound. I think I want to write the Song of the Sea first, because that's our ambition. And then maybe we'll go Frostfound after that. We did this. Yeah, we could try to do this at some point. Do we want to do it on this run? No, because we're carrying candles for the nativity on this run. We finished this. I'm carrying wine and coffee. Maybe I'll bring 2 wine so I could do the Nook. We could try going to Nook twice at some point. I brought a few coffee to try going to Irem a couple times if we want to try to do it more than once. And we have 10 candles. So hopefully that's enough. I don't know. I think I could have actually bought these for 30 somewhere else, but I don't actually remember where. Okay, I mean that looks like, as far as our notes goes, a plan for next time. It'll be very similar to this run, except we can even stop at Mutton Island just in case. Somebody mentioned something about Mutton Island in our last voyage we just did, so I don't think there's anything there. We'll just take a quick stop there to see. But yeah, we got a plan for next time. We're getting really close to our Song of the. I think next time we'll be able to write the Song of the Z, right? Because we're gonna farm the last secrets we need in Visage. And if that doesn't work out for some reason, we can go buy some more in Pigmoat Isle. If this plan doesn't work out for getting secrets, we can get some from Pigmoat Isle. And yeah, then we'll be ready to basically. So our meta plan is like write the Song of the Z, and then we want to explore Frostfound. I'd like to finish the Carnelian Exiles story. Also, I'd like to finish the Tireless Mechanic story. Actually, maybe we'll do the Tireless Mechanic before we explore Frostfound. Her story involves going into Frostfound. Maybe I'll try to finish the Tireless Mechanic story first. Then explore Frostfound. Then visit the Carnelian Exile. Return to Naples or something. Venice. There was something in my notes about going back to Venice after you finish exploring Frostfound. Yeah, and then figure out how we're going to end the game. I think these are basically the things we have left to do. We're getting close to the end of this playthrough. I don't think there's anything left. Oh, I guess the doctor as well. That's probably even easier. Finish the doctor story. Finish the Tireless Mechanic story. Explore Frostfound. Finish the Carnelian Exile story. Return to Venice. Figure out how to end the game. We can either retire in London, or if there's another option to try to do one of these, Manual of Miracles or a Traveling Light. This could be the Empire of the Hand story. I'm not 100% sure. It could also be the Carnelian Exile story. If it ends up being the Carnelian Exile story and a way to end the game, maybe we'll just do that to end the game. I don't know anything. I don't know about this Manual of Miracles. Well Forgotten. Find one who is forgotten. I thought it. I mean, it still could be this Forgotten Quarter. It could be this thing. A forgetful archaeologist, but like, I'll put it in my notes. Try to find the Manual of Miracle. Maybe I'll look up on the internet. I don't like to look on the internet, but if I played this whole session, uh, try to find the Manual of Miracles objective. Figure out. Decide what ending. Ending to complete. Okay, well that's the plan for our next. It'll probably take more. I think in the next session, I think we'll probably be able to write the Song of the Z. Maybe we can have enough secrets to finish, get our heart high enough to finish the Doctor story. Again, we need 175 hearts. So I don't think we're gonna be able to do both these two things because this is gonna take 40 secrets, and then we still need like another. I think we need like another 30 or 40 secrets to get our hearts up to 175. Again, we have some items, so the difference between we don't have to get the full 50. We probably have like 20, maybe 10 to 20-ish hearts we can get from our items and officers. But we will need some more secrets. I don't know if we're going to farm them all. We'll see if the Visage farming strategy in Visage works. If it does, maybe we'll just farm even more secrets to try to get our hearts up as well while we're there. Yeah, this is basically what we're trying to do to end the game. All right, well, lots of cool stuff coming up. Stay tuned for the next session. See you later.